peeps. I was just getting all the cameras set up and everything so that I could be ready to go. And I have no idea why my Zoom meeting decided to flip the camera, but it just makes me laugh. Yeah, so just stand by while I fix it. Fix it or just freeze up the whole camera. It's one or the other. Uh-huh. Oh, you little so-and-so. I'm not sure why it's not picking up the right camera. Did I mention I figured out how to put a graphic as my profile picture? I did that during our team meeting last week. Look at me and all my tech savviness. This was my theory of just turn it off and then turn it on again and see if it fixes itself. So those of you who decided to pop in early, this is the quality content that you're getting. I've had such a good week. I have such a bad case of the giggles this morning. So forewarning, that's what you're all in for. Why is nothing happening? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Aha. Not exactly what I was going for, but I got a camera to work and I'm not standing on my head because let's be honest, I can't stand on my head. I am bottom heavy and that would totally defy gravity. So that was your science lesson for today. Okay, let's see. It is 12:29. I have, depending which clock I look at, it's a different time, but the consensus seems to be 12:29. So let me just find my, while I'm waiting, let me just find my my YouTube link, which I have somehow misplaced in the attempt at getting everything right, and see if I might possibly have some comments show up. Seriously, with the technology, I have no idea why I can't make that work. They work on my phone, no problem. That's the part that's annoying. If it's not going to work, don't work anywhere. This is my theory. If you're going to work, work. None of this toying with Tracey. As you can tell, I have enough trouble just getting the basics done. Okay, it's 12:30, so I really should be getting started. But I am, why is this picture so big? There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Yeah, if there's comments, I can't see them. Why is this not doing anything? Sorry. I really do try to have everything ready and running smoothly. And sometimes it seems like, I'm trying to see if I can get the comments on my phone. Sometimes it seems like the harder I try, the less it works. It really does. Oh, okay. Woo, woo. Chat is working. I don't have a comment though, so if you're there, say something because that'd be awesome. Because then I know for sure it's working. But right now I have a chat screen at least has come up. Okay. There we go. Happy Friday, my peeps. It is Tracey here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and the paper pusher. I can finally start saying that without laughing, which I figure is, quite the achievement. I'm getting lots of new people that are joining me on different things and in person and on social and stuff, which I love. It's awesome. And so I feel like I'm going to repeat myself a lot in the next little while just to make sure everybody knows what's going on. But but repetition is good. Lord knows I forget everything. So, but yeah, when I first tried to get my name on there, that was taken, but I could get the. So I'm like, well, I'm the. But every time I said I'm the paper pusher, it made me laugh. So it is still distinct, but yes, I'm not nearly that cocky, I guess. I don't think I am, anyways. Okay, Tracey's rambling. Tracey's having such a good day. Okay, so look at this. Ooh, time for Friday catch up. I'm gonna switch my camera. In the meantime, that was my That was my solution. But again, I moved the buttons. I thought I'd have everything layered in the proper, there we go, in the proper order. That I could have the layers going the way I wanted, but no, every time I move, I gotta reorder them. There's gotta be an easier way to do that. All right, let's get started. Lots to do. Lots to do. Okay, so on my my little post I made earlier, if you happen to see that one, I said we're about to get into silly season. I don't remember who first. I think I might even go back to fire. We used to refer to certain times of the year as silly season because everything just all at once, right? So we're about to get into Stampin' Up silly season here for a bit. So I'm going to try to tell you that. But I will tell you that last night was our midweek escape that we had. And we had a full house. We had 10 people. Well, 12 if you count Jen and I. And it was so much fun. And I got to meet a whole bunch of new people. I had known a few, but most of them, actually, it's about half and half last night, I think. So much fun making kits, the whole bit. We do this monthly. It's kind of a sort of a beginner level, but also just I want an easy night of like crafting and hanging out and having a good smoothie. So our next one is the 18th, which I have not got these samples ready yet to put in here of sample cards to make. So if you were there last night and there was more, because there's always so many choices. If there's more choices you wanted to make and you didn't get to, I'm going to clean all those kits up and kind of combine a little bit there so they're a little bit easier to go through with what's left. And so I will have those as sort of a, hey, if you missed a card and you really want it option, but then I'll have some new kits for next time so that there's lots of choices and pieces and stuff. So yeah, it works both ways. But yeah, I will have some more information on this very shortly, but just save that date if you want to come. It was so much fun. And I so enjoy the in-person stuff and getting together and hanging out and doing things. So I'm just going to remind you of the upcoming hanging out and getting together and doing things that are coming up. That's what I should call them. It's by hanging out and getting together and doing things. Okay, so next up, which actually literally is next up because that other one's afterwards, is Perennial Lavender. So these are the cards we're going to make. Just a minute. We have this one. I'm going from the back instead of the front because I put the thing in the front and now it's challenging. So these are the 4 cards we're going to make. Plus, as part of your package, you also get a package of the gorgeous, I don't know actually know what they're called, purple fine shimmer gems. They're gorgeous, gorgeous little embellishments. So that is the April class. Registration for that, you got about another week, just over a week. And I think I'm going to offer like a to-go option. So I'm working on that. So next week I should have that all canoodled in my head and figured out. So that's the next one. My May one, those are these cork dots. Oh, I love the cork dots. That's what you get as part of your registration. And then these 4 cards. So in either case, you could write Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day. This one actually does say that. Oops, I'm off the screen. But there'll be thanks. You're awesome. Happy birthday. Various different things to go with each one of these. So that's the one for May. And that one, you've got a bit more time on the registration, but sooner's good. I don't mind if you register early. That's great. So those are what's coming up. Now, as part of the, oh my goodness, there's so much going on at once thing. Right now is on stage. So for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, this is the annual convention. And I was like, so close to going, but unfortunately the vet bills, that came first. It's in Houston, Rotterdam, and Melbourne. I was going the Rotterdam option. I've been to Houston before. I like to go places I haven't been before. So I have been to Holland, but I had not been to Rotterdam. So I was, and it's just fun to go somewhere else. And I like to extend it out past the 3 days and do a little, so maybe next year. In the meantime, though, all of the demonstrators that are in any of these 3 events are sending in pictures, which is awesome because we get to see stuff. So one of the big things that's being revealed, and they revealed it on night 1, which is good because we didn't have to wait very long, was the new in colors. I'm going to explain in colors in a second, but I will just tell you, because it's this time of year and because in colors are so much fun, and with the way things are changing, it's hard to, like, we're at the end of catalogs and beginnings. And so for our spring extravaganza, which is the last of the big events I was going to tell you about, let me just go back one step before I show you this piece of paper. So the midweek escape is kind of the beginner, entry level, easy crafting. And you can, I mean, depending on your crafting style, experience, whatever, you can make any of them are easy, I guess. But if you're just getting started, that's a nice little kind of entryway, get your toe in the door thing. Then when I do the monthly classes, if there's a bit more product and a bit more, you have a bit more variable. I prep a whole bunch of that stuff, but I have all the spares with me. So if you want to change things up a little, you can do it. You got the stamp sets and the dies. And then spring extravaganza is more of the, I've crafted a bit. I can work on my own. Although you don't work on your own, you sit at a table of 4 and have just a blast. It's all day crafting. You get a big bag of stuff when you come in. We have samples, we move stuff around, you make a whole bunch of projects, we snack, we have a potluck thing. It's awesome. So this coming up spring extravaganza was all about the in colors. And up until now, we've just said they're the new in colors. And every year you get kind of similar products for in colors. So we had a rough idea what it was going to be. But now I can tell you, the new in colors. They are bright. They are springy. I'm in the way of the in colors. I will tell you that they are called Pretty in Pink. I have to cheat because I don't have them memorized. Shy Shamrock. Love the names. Summer Splash. Peach Pie and Petunia Pop. Now, obviously, my printer is not going to do them justice. I cannot wait to get these. I've already got ideas for the cards. Tamara and I have already been like canoodling back and forth about all this kind of stuff to figure out what, rattling around in our brains. And so looking forward to playing with those nice bright colors. Plus, they're introducing one of the new basics, which I'll tell you in a minute. So we're gonna work that into the system too. Registration for this ends at the end of the month because then I got a whole bunch of math to do and figure out the order so Tamara and I can get all this stuff ordered and start prepping it because it's a big thing. We are half sold out. If you want one of the other half of the seats or the to-go option, you got to register by the end of the month. Now, for this one, the to-go option is going to include all the in-color stuff, and it will have PDFs of all the cards, and I'll have some suggestions for you for these are the bundles we're using at the in-person event. Here's some other ones I think would work, but you won't actually have the bundles, so you'll have to use your own kind of stamps out of your stash, and we'll try to make it so that the majority of what you need to put together is already in your kit and then in your little bag of goodies. So all you probably are going to need is maybe sentiments and a couple imagery, but we'll let you know as we get closer. Next Monday, we get to see the new catalog and we get more details, so stay tuned. But that's the next event coming up. In the kit world, we got the new information on the kits. So I can tell you that, I can't even tell you what day it is today. Today is the 15th. So you have a couple weeks left to subscribe to the April kit, which is called Delicate Wings, and I'm doing my best to hold this piece of paper still. It's got some very cool butterfly graphics. It's got lots of shimmery, I want to say gold foil. Is it gold or rose gold? I think it's just gold. Nope, it's champagne foil. It's a very pretty foil. And the paper pumpkin kits are going up with this subscription. So they're only going up by 75 cents a kit, which when you add on GST, and because in Alberta that's all we have is GST, is 80 cents. So if you're in a different province, you might have a bit more tax. But so if you want to get around that, you can buy a prepaid subscription now before the prepaid subscriptions go up, and then you'll save your money on that and just have it. But if not, just know that it is going up by 75 cents. So this one you can order up till the 10th of April. And then we've got kind of little teasers on the other ones. But then they also gave us this new set of dies that go with the next 3 months, including these like 2-piece butterfly dies, a thanks, and a nice label. So those are awesome. So I'm putting in an order on the weekend if anybody wants these extra dies. I already ordered 1 round, but then I have a couple more to get, so, and some other things. So I'm ordering another one on the weekend. So just let me know today or tomorrow at the latest, and then I'll get my order together. Okay, what did I do with my piece of paper? 2 seconds ago, it was in my hand. There we go. Okay, so I want to have time to get to my kit. I started to open the kit last night, and then I got so excited about the one element. I thought I'm not going to be able to like tell the people there that I wanted to tell the important here's how you get started details, because I was going to get too excited about the kit. So I haven't fully looked at it. I just looked at one little piece, and you'll know as soon as you see, and you know me, you'll know what piece excites me. Okay. So here's what's coming up in catalog season. This is our current mini catalog, and it ends at the end of April. Now, there's 2 mini catalogs a year. There's one that's January to April that is all the spring occasions, And there's one that is September to December, which is the fall occasions. It is like fall, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and then very heavy on the Christmas. But those are sort of the two minis. And then we have the annual catalog, which is the big one. Now, the annual catalog is more all the staples. There's a ton of stamp sets and all sorts of things in here. But then when you get to the back, it's all the cardstocks and inks and adhesives and tools and things like that. So this one also ends at the end of April. It's a big deal when either one of them ends and the same thing kind of happens, but there's usually more change that comes with the annual catalog. And that is, in fact, again, true this year. The important thing to know for both of them is just before they're getting ready to retire, or like the catalogs are getting ready to show, we get a last chance list. They used to call it the retiring list. Now they call it the last chance list. So anything in these catalogs, especially these ones, the smaller ones, are while supplies last. So some of the things are actually starting to run out or get on low order. And because we're getting near the end of the catalog, they're not going to order more. In some cases, they've already ordered stuff and we're just waiting for it to arrive. But we're already starting to see where some of this is going to go. And I think I've been warning you probably for 4 to 6 weeks now. The in-color stuff is one of the fastest things to go. And I'll get to in-colors in a minute. But just so you know, it's already starting to go low inventory. So on Monday, demonstrators are going to get to see a digital copy of the new annual catalog. And we're going to be able to see the retiring list. So we see some stuff carries over. There's less stuff that carries over from mini catalogs into like future catalogs. There's a bit more, well, there's a lot more in the annual because a lot of the, I mean, all the basics kind of carry over, but even in the stamp sets, there's a lot more of those that carry over. Because demonstrators are going to be able to see that, and demonstrators get to order before everybody. By the 2nd of April, when demonstrators get to make a pre-order on the new catalog, anything that they've been thinking, oh, I got to grab a couple more of those or a few more of those, they're going to add to that order. We've also just been informed that there's going to be some price changes in the new catalog. We don't know what they are yet. On Monday, as soon as I get the next catalog, I can compare the two and I'll make a list and I'll give you a heads up. So that, like, I know cardstock's one of the things that's going up. So right now, cardstock's $13.75. It could be that it's going up to $14. Not a big change. Everything is just more expensive, right? You've noticed it in the last few years. Everything has just gone up in price. Some things have doubled. So if this only goes up by a quarter, so I'm happy. It could go up by $1. It could go up by $2. We have no idea until we see the new catalog. We'll give you a heads up. So some of the stuff people are going to stock up on before it goes up in price, especially if it's a significant price. There's only been a few things that I remember that went up by like a few dollars. Most things they round it up or it's $1 or something, right? So I'll let you know I'll get the catalog on Monday. I'll go, well, I'll be like by Tuesday, I should be able to tell you what the price differences are. So all of these things are happening at once. So stuff's going to start to go out of stock. So if there is stuff in either one of these catalogs that you just absolutely have to have, let me know as soon as possible. Get it in on an order and done. If you have lots of stuff, then you can do your own order, have it shipped to your house. Shipping's going to be the same. But if it's just a thing here or there and you want to get in on one of my group orders, it'll save you a bit in shipping. But this stuff is coming out quickly. Now, the one thing that's happening this time, so we knew there was going to be new in colors, but the one thing that's a bit of a surprise is, okay, I'm going to do it again. Sorry, I got all excited about telling you. I'm going to go back one just for the new people that might not be aware. Stampin' Up's always had color families, and I think it was 2018. They sort of redid and they shifted some stuff around, redid their color families, and they took some of the basics out and put them off to the side. So this is basically, black, white, vanilla. And then all of the different colors went into their categories. So neutrals, regals, subtles, and brights. And then we have the in colors. So every year there's 5 new in colors, and it's sort of like they're offset. So these ones that came out last year, they're all good for 2 years. So the ones that came out last year, they still have 1 more year. These ones are retiring. So these are the colors, anything, the embellishments, the ribbon, the ink, markers, paper, whatever. These are the ones that are going to go the fastest because at the end of this catalog, you can't get them anymore. These ones still have another year to go. And then a new set, that's these ones, will come in and they'll be in place for 2 years. So this will shift. So there's always 10 in colors, 2 groups of 5 that are offset on their timing. Well, what's happening this year, though, is they're adding a new basic as well. So we're getting basic beige. I have a feeling it's similar to like maybe Sahara sand or past colors. All we've been able to see so far is a picture of the case. But crumb cake, I love crumb cake. Crumb cake is one of my favorite colors. You'll notice I use it a lot. And it's a bit darker, deeper beige. So this one I think is just a bit lighter. So we got a new one of those coming in. And yes, I'm all excited about the beige. I know. So these are the new colors that are coming in. So lots of new stuff's coming. The annual catalogs, again, for the new people, they don't come coil bound. I coil bind mine because I spend so much time flipping through it back and forth and using it in the course of a year that I take it to Staples and I get a little binding done. It costs, I want to say $12, but I don't actually remember from the last time. But I think it cost $12. But for me, it's worth every penny. If you want to get one done and you want to pay $12, let me know. I'll take my annual catalog and your annual catalog at the same time, and I'll get them done. But yeah, so I plasticized the cover, and I put a little coil binding on it, and then my annual catalog one, it will lay flat, and it's just so much easier. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to be very excited over the next little while because all these changes are coming up, and I got events coming up, and I'm planning things, and I'm just in my element. And I am so glad that you guys are willing to put up with the doofus that I get to be sometimes. And come to these events because that's last night we were doing it and somebody was like, look at the card I made. That is why I do this. I love to help people hit that moment of look at the card I made. It's awesome. Okay, so that was a very quick little recap of silly season and what's coming up. So if there's anything you need, you let me know. If you want the best possible way of doing this, get the starter kit, become a demo, even if it's just hobby demo, getting the stuff for yourselves, because one, you'll get to see the annual catalog, the electronic copy of it. The paper ones, they'll mail out. We don't get those for a bit yet, but the electronic one, you can see on Monday. You'll get to get in on the pre-order on the 2nd of April, and you don't have to wait for all this stuff. So that's my advice personally, but that's okay. All right, if you have questions about any of that stuff, you let me know. I'm going to try to throw in the little tidbits and recap as we go. Oh, we've only got 10 minutes left. Let's see how fast I can do this. But in the meantime, this came yesterday. So I was doing my class yesterday. I was getting all the kits ready. I went and set up. I came home, and this was sitting on the doorstep. And I was like, oh, I want. But I was focused. I had things to do. So I did look at some of it. But this is the March paper pumpkin. So there's our green ink spot. I must have buried them. So the big thing to know about paper pumpkin, not the big thing, but a big thing to know, is that March is its birthday month. It started in March, I want to say 2013. I think this year is year 11. So every March, excuse me, every March is the birthday kit. Again, this is cranberry juice, not wine. I just have a little frog. March is birthday month. So this is the March kit. It comes with a stamp set and a spot. I didn't even read these. Oh, I love this flower stamp. Okay, so this, look at it the right way. Oh, I like that. Heartfelt thanks. Okay, every one of these stamps is in a different direction. You've been on my mind. Have a beautiful birthday. And it's the little things that matter. Those are very nice. I like those. So this is the kit. Well, because it's March, what did I do with my thing? There's always a free gift. Sometimes it's embellishments. Sometimes it's markers and different things. This time it's an extra stamp set. Actually, a couple times it's been an extra stamp set. Look at this big, beautiful stamp set. And this is two-step stamping. This is the beauty of photopolymer. This is the outline. So you stamp it first. And then there's another stamp that fills in the color of the flowers and a stamp that fills in the color of the leaves. Oh, I think these are the centers of the flowers. Oh, I can't wait to play with this. Oh, and this is, I couldn't figure this out last night. These are the centers of the leaves. So you would make like a dark green outline, and then you can stamp a different kind of green for the leaves. And then when you stamp this, it gives you that middle vein. Oh my goodness, that's even better than I thought. And then these two little ones are the centers of the flowers. It's awesome. But look at this beautiful stamp. And to give you an idea, Paper Pumpkin, when they do them, they said, so when you get your first kit, you get one of these D blocks, right? And then they said everything that comes in the kit will always fit on this block. So every kit that you get afterwards doesn't come with a block. It just fits on the one you already have. This one, they said that this stamp set is so big that it doesn't quite fit on the block. So, but the lady who does them, she's like, if you twist it enough so it doesn't, like, this is a good size stamp set, because the best I can do is this. But look, the stem's not even on it. So if you happen to have this block, which, did you know the blocks have letters on them? You have to look on the side. I just have to get the right angle so I can see it. This is an E. So if you have that one, then you'll see that this fits. But look, I mean, these flowers are like, that's the palm of my hand. Oh, it's awesome. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so this one comes with 2 stamp sets. This is where I lost my mind last night. This is as far as I got. Look at these trees. Yes, the forest ranger in me. I may be a retired forest ranger, but I am still a forest ranger, and I love me a good tree, and I love these wooden things. Look at them. Like, the leaves are nice. But these trees, oh, I love those trees. And these are good size. These embellishments are big. And you can see from the samples, I'm not going to have time to put this kit together, I don't think, but you can see from the samples that they go behind the sentiments. I'm going to try. I'm going to see how far I get. Step 1, find your scissors. Oh, I don't even need scissors. Because this one of these little gems. There we go. Oh, and the thing, these they just pop right out. Just got to find a little thing. Look at that. Those are nice, good wooden. Oh, just love me these trees. I'll make a necklace out of it. The leaves are all the same. Yes, they are. Okay. Now, I think I had mentioned before, there's memorable, this says Memorable Meadows. And now I've totally lost it. In the online exclusives, there is a set called something Memos or something Meadows that is got this gorgeous paper in it. There's a bunch of different kinds of paper. Look at these card bases. Is this a card base? Ooh, this, and the best part of this is the card bases are like double printed. Look how pretty that is. Oh my good Lord. I have 2 favorite flowers. I can't quite decide. Daisies and poppies. Love this. But look at how gorgeous it is. So you can make your card where it's very pretty and even the back is pretty. Or, let's be honest, you cut this bad boy in half, you put it on some cardstock, and you make 2 gorgeous cards. So that's one of the card bases. It's just cut landscape. It's cut in a fun way. That's when I got too much stuff. And then here's a card base. So pretty. Oh, there's little things in between all these. So here's a card base. Same thing. Front, back. Oh, and yeah, so this is like, you can buy packages of DSP that have similar scenes to this in it if you want to make more of these as well. So that's another one of the card bases. We have lots of labels, and all the labels have this nice little gold accent to them. Look at that. Super pretty. We've got the adhesives. Oh, and we got some sequins. You're never going to be able to see the sequins. The sequins are kind of a clear, whitish, pearlish look, which you're not going to see through the bag with the white behind them. Look at that. Super pretty. Here's the other card base. Oops, sorry, I'm shedding. There's the other one. Look at that with the big painted sky. Oh, it's gorgeous. So again, 1 card or 2 card fronts. You decide. Now, we have I think the envelopes in this one might all be the same. They look like it, yes. But even this is a nice surprise. The Paper Pumpkin always does such a good job on the envelopes. So instead of just getting an old envelope, and oh, that's nice, when you open it up, whoa, pretty sky. These are, what did I do with my instructions? These are gorgeous. I said that because they're gorgeous, great color. These are the gorgeous, oops, little bits that go behind the sentiments. And they're all pre-done for you in here. Look at that. Oh, it's awesome. And then anybody that hasn't had Paper Pumpkin in a while, I'm going to put my cardboard in my cardboard section, because you never know. They've started to put these little papers in that line up with the stamp set, so that if you're storing it in something else, or even like these little cellophane envelopes that embellishments come in, like this one here. This is a new pack of embellishments. So I still have it in the thing. The paper pumpkin stamp sets will fit in one of these. So now instead of just having to put them in and stamp it or figure it out, they come now with these little background pieces. Or you can put them into a case and stick them in there. But there's 2 stamp sets. So boom, 2 pieces. Oh, that's just, and it's good reference too. If you want to see what they look like stamped or you're trying to figure out what they are, it's much easier to see what the stamps look like this way. But oh my goodness, do I love this flower stamp. Like I like all of the stamps, but oh, I love that flower stamp. Okay. From the looks of it, so these flowers are for, you can make other cards, or I like to stamp the inside. So you know my gorgeous little flower that I like so much, I buried my thing. I'm going to be stamping that on the inside of my cards. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. Like I said, I've been having so much fun doing all these events and having a great old time, but my throat is taking the toll for it all. Get a little bit of overuse. I will mention too that this week and next week I have another in-person event, a private event for a little group that I'm so looking forward to. The week, so starting next Friday is spring break. So the week after that, which is, I'm looking at my calendar trying to figure out, I do everything Monday to Sunday. I like my calendars to start on a Monday, and my little desk one that I have starts on a Sunday, drives me nuts. Okay, so the week that starts on Monday, the 25th of March, that's spring break. So my plan is to go hard for the next week or so, and then I'm taking spring break off. So I'll have a bunch of like stuff that I've done ahead of time, pre-done stuff. I'll still have some little tutorials. It just won't be live because I'm going to do it. I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to put it up, and then I will pay attention to stuff, and I will add in comment. And if anything new and exciting comes up, believe me, I'll tell you, because I love to. But I will. I just won't be. I'll be doing other things, and hopefully. Oh my good Lord! See, this is how easily distracted I am. I thought this was cardstock. This is Gorgeous Grape Vellum. Oh, it feels so cool. Vellum is awesome. I love vellum. So it's, I don't even know what vellum is. Vellum's vellum. It's almost like it's plastic, but it's not quite, because it's kind of like paper. You want to know what's really cool? If you emboss vellum, it looks so cool. Oh my goodness, yes, this is vellum. It's also worth noting that these are 2 different sizes. So when you go to make your card, the fun part is these 2 and this one are the same size. These 2 and that one are the same size. So it's not just half and half, but yeah, so we have different sizes. And then these ones are very obviously a different size than the other one. So these are what go behind. Oh yeah, see, and the vellum's kind of like opaque. So this is, oh goodness, so excited, so excited. Okay, so I'm trying to keep things to a half an hour. And I'm not, and I'm not going to be able to completely finish this in the half an hour. But from the looks of it, this is going to be a fun kit because one, it's just so gorgeous. And I think part of it, and this is my theory, I don't actually know, but this is my theory, is these cards will go together fairly quickly so that it gives you time to play with this extra stamp set and make all sorts of other things. So that's what I'm going to do, because I've had a busy week, and this afternoon I got a bit of time. So I'm going to play. I do have to go and do one errand. And I will tell you, super happy, because my son ordered a battery for one of his gaming things, and it was the wrong one. So it had to go back. So it was going back today. So I got the little note saying, return dude, because that's his name, return dude. We'll be coming to your house within the next 3 hours to pick this up. And I thought, oh, please, please, please do not come just as I start my live. Because even though he didn't even ring the doorbell, he's already come. He did not ring the doorbell. He just came, grabbed the stuff because I put it on the step. The dog lost his mind because somebody is on his street again without permission. He came 3 minutes before I hit the live button. So happy he came ahead of time. So that's one errand done, but I still have one more errand to do. And then I'm going to come back and play with these. Oh, because I can't get over how much I love this stamp. That's the funny thing about stamping too, is it's for whatever reason. There we go. Does that work? Oh, it's for whatever reason. Like certain things talk to you, some things don't. Other people will be like, oh my God, that is the best thing ever. And I'll look and go, if it's, but then something like this. Oh, God, I love that stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to have lots of samples. I'm going to play with things, and then I'm going to post all the pictures. But chances are it's not going to be till tonight because I'm going to go do my one errand and then come back and play. And then I'll send you some pictures and some alternatives and some whatevers. Okay, peeps. Thank you very much for hanging in there. I am doing my darndest to make Fridays only half an hour long, so I was close. Kudos to me. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I will have some fun stuff posting over the weekend. Monday, I will have my catalog, so I'm going to be just like, oh. And then on Tuesday, I hopefully will have chilled out a little bit, and I will come back and like I said, I will give you the pricing information and that, and I will be playing with a new bundle, and I will show you what all the exciting things I'm doing with that bundle are. One of my goals over spring break is my website. It's sort of given the chance to play with paper or go see people in person or the website. It's always number 3. Anything to do with the computer, always number 3. But I'm going to get back to that soon too. So hopefully I'll have that up and going. And as soon as I can get that done, because I don't want to have to backtrack and repeat too much. So as soon as I can get that done, then I will get going again with the fun folds and the tutorials and stuff. So happy St. Patty's Day, or Patrick's Day, as my son thought it was when he was young. It was a day for anybody named Patrick. Have a great weekend. Stay crafty, people. And we'll talk to you next week.